block high, block low, send the person away. If this person doesn't punch at all, you naturally block just as you're moving in because people will flail around, right? But if he doesn't punch at all, you just get your hand there and away they go, okay? If, let's say, come over here just a little bit. We're going to move a little bit longer. If I make this guy start to go back like that, he's away from me, see? Okay, come back. You don't want that, right? If I make him go back, you want to stay right with him so that his, oh! Sorry, are you okay? You didn't get it, did you?
Oh, I sat on his back leg.
Is it okay? Huh? Okay? Got the cat of it. Okay, so see, you want to get it so that you can control it, so that you touch the person, but you never break the touch. As they're falling back, you're staying on them. As softly as a piece of cloth would stay on them until they're about to fall over, then you send them. At the point they're about to fall over is the place where the football guy is just about to go out of bounds and somebody touches him. When you send him, you just touch him. Their desire to stay standing sends them a long ways away. So if you can aim them in that long ways away to the tree, that's good. If you can aim them to the gnarly tree, that's better. If you can aim them to and that's the way the whole thing works, okay? Now, wait just a second, I gotta get a drink of water.
Stand recording.
Okay, we took a little bit of a break. I'm an old guy, I need a lot of rests, you know what I mean? Okay, so, let's see. We did that move, here, here. This again is a body bump. You see that all the time by Jackie Chan's teacher, eh? Now let's say the guy's not fighting you. Let's say you're only fighting his friend, but you know he's going to get into the fight in just a little while. If by chance, here, stand sideways to me so I don't bump right into your chest. If by chance you're fighting this guy and you get a chance to hit their friend, all you do is step behind him and bump into him real quick and go back over to this guy. So you never have to let your hands. You can hold both this guy's hands and still give this guy a good shot and using Tai Chi and still be involved with throwing this guy on top of him too. Okay?
Really messing him up.
Oh yeah. Here's an interesting thing in Tai Chi. Once you're fighting with the person and you're doing sticky fingers, if you just jerk their hand, you break their neck. Okay? Okay? Then a person goes to punch you. There's a very light area. Alright? From right here, the punch is strong, medium strong. At a certain point, you see a punch goes out and lands solid, okay? But at the very moment after that punch tries to land solid, it's really weak, and the whole body chain a lot of time breaks. At that point, if I don't take the person's hand and the person standing here, you don't pull their hand and break their neck. You have to get to where the hand's coming out, and right as it's coming, right on their natural movement, you tug a little bit farther. You don't want to break their neck, all right? But you do go ahead and give them a shot, a jolt or something that'll make them reconsider whether they wish to go on with the tussle and everything that's going on, all right? So let's say just by chance you put a hand on me. Just by chance something's there, okay? From the moment it's there, you decide at what point you're going to break their ability to continue moving, okay? To give their body a jolt or something like that. Here, the same thing, all right? You're going to just decide at what point that happens. If you put your hand back on, do the other one again. That time I went there, but really you should just go here and there, see? I work my way up from getting his hand off me, get down to the chest, and that's when the person goes ahead and goes. All right? And I didn't put my fingers into that one, so there was no follow-up. But remember, if you read any of the Yang Tai Chi transmissions, they always say the power comes out of the fingers. The reason is because you start pushing the person, you start pushing them no, don't push against me. As they start to go back, you add the fingers onto the top. I already checked to see if he was there this time. Okay, and by putting the fingers over the top, it rolls the body downward in an angle that they didn't really expect to, and that changes all that. It changes the direction they're going in and maybe directs them down towards the local let's say we're going to do searching for the needle in the bottom of the C. All right? If I go here and go to hit this person, now his hand comes back out to me. I'm going to do searching for the needle in the bottom of the C. I just take this hand and make this person go downward. All right? As he tries to push back up, is when you go ahead and let him go back up. All right? That's this movement. All right? Okay? If I go here, punch. If I do go down, if he goes up, I go ahead and hit from here, or else just right off of here. Hold this hand down and then hit this way. All right? But if at all possible, okay, if I pull this guy down, if at all possible, you want to get up from under here, lift this whole thing up. Okay? You always want to, whenever possible, you want to get the arm up and push from underneath the armpit. All right? Push the armpit up and over the waist. All right? Put a hand up. So just here, push. All right? Isn't it interesting that it could just be done like that? He tries it here. Okay, let's see. My first teacher, also the George Sue in Southern California, not George Sue in San Francisco, said also that you can lift a person up over you and throw them over you, but I personally haven't gotten quite that far. But I have heard of that technique also.
You'd really have to grab them.
You'd have to be going when they're going. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have to naturally be flowing in that direction anyway, or else somehow you have to direct them in that direction. But to me, I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
I would think you'd be moving under them as they're going over. But
You never know.
I never tried that technique or anything. I was just mentioning it so people could think about it, right? Let's see. Okay. Now this one is just turn, just hit, bam, bam. Okay. If you use wood instead of a sandbag, or a brick instead of a sandbag, plenty of bricks instead of a sandbag and stuff, then when you do this move, it'll work really nicely on the other person. Okay. All right. Now on one hand, this can be block this down and hit. On the other hand, it could be, let's use the other hand because of that. The other hand, it can be just crushing it in first. So first off, back to Xing Yi, okay, with this move. Here, this becomes Xing Yi at this point, and still this is coming in here, okay? So right off, the person's moving as you get them to move, and then as they move, while they're moving, you just go ahead and apply a little bit of a fudging of some type, and things will go away. All right? I already showed you what these things are for. The cloud hands. Cloud hands is just blocking high and blocking low at the same time, all right? If he holds up a punch, if I go and block here, a good fighter will look at you, okay? They'll go like this and they'll throw a punch. If you make both of your hands go to where they threw that punch, if you make both your hands go there, that means you're trained to put both your hands in the same place, okay? That means if I go like this and you put both your hands down there, then I know if I go like this and make a big face and act like I'm really going to hit you and just hit you in the face, you're going to have both your hands down there because I'm coming in like that, all right? Okay? In the same way, this makes it, by practicing this kind of movement, opposite direction, this makes it so, and also this one, breaking it up. This makes it so you naturally, if you go to block or anything, you're naturally moving one hand high and one hand low, okay? That's what this is, okay? Now, let's just say, just standing around doing this move, if you hold up a hand, like, if I just go here, all of a sudden I'm doing all the movements in Tai Chi again, you see? Every single movement in Tai Chi is exactly the same movement as all the other ones. It's just a different posture. And depending on how you use it, every single one of them has like so many applications, all right? So once again, let's see here, right? This is just getting to a place where you can do any of the techniques that are already in, that you already know from all the other techniques, right? Then finally you come out here. If I'm coming along here, then I'm blocking here, like in single whip, just making a plane go across here, hold up something, making a plane, this is like a plane, go across here, but not really moving him, but just lightly going up here to the single whip, and again, step in here, break his horse at the same time as you move your body against his body, he'll naturally be moving, okay? Now let's say, put your punch up, let's say as I come through here, let's go to this, let's say as I come through here, okay, that I lift, all right? Let it all go up together too, all right?
Direct kind of the force.
Yeah, just get it all to swish out of the way, you know? It's really weird, but most people think fighting is just going like this all the time with the person, see? But punch, but you just go here. Oh, what I did wasn't good. Punch, go, you get onto it, move it around. I don't want that grunge on my hand. But you move it around and get to where you can shove the person away, all right? Now, depending on the shove, you can shove a person to break their ribs. You can get on them so that they don't feel it and shove them away, or you can shove them, cause internal injury, shove them, and get their neck to wiggle a little bit too. Give their neck a good break, not a break, but a shock. Also, just by all at once going in like this, especially right in this area. Okay? So once you get your hands on them, once I get one hand on my opponent, all I have to do is come around until I find it. All right? Now, if I put my hand on, you get my hand off. So it's just there. See? Because I won't resist. If he moves my hand will go the direction his hand wants. Come in here. Okay? See? You don't, Shane, come here a second. Let me do it with her since she's used to doing it. Just do a little bit of pushing kind of things. You don't want to get to where you're moving the person. Do more attacking like. Now, neither of us are actually pushing each other. She has me here.
You're just going with each other's flow.
Well, we're stopping when we know we've lost. Like right there. She knows not to continue because I pushed her a little bit. She knows I can send her. But then she goes ahead and attacks back. See? She stopped because I got her. This all comes from making regular push hands become a totally free form kind of thing.
And it's good for dancing too.
Just add these things in as you go. This is what I say about working your way in, okay? You go around, just work your way in till you're starting to think while you're fighting, and you decide which technique you want. Right here, I'm going to pull my hand this way, put my hand this way, and just send her around this way by working my way into there. Here, I pull her down, see, and right into there, okay?
And right into the confusion.
Now, she's just light, and my wife, and so that's why I got Travis to do this instead. It's easier. But I used Chantel for a moment to show the way to work into getting to a position of being able to apply your Tai Chi on the person, see? Okay? Now, okay, so then you saw more applications of single whip. This is after the cloud hands. Here, this is just hold my hand. This right here is just going to here and hitting the person in the face at the same time, all right? Okay? High pat on horse, all right? It's called high pat on horse because you're feeding the horse some sugar and you're patting him on the head, okay? Hiya, and you'll feed your opponent your wrist and see if you can't smash his nose. Right? High pat on horse. Then they go to this. Here's this move, okay? kick, right? At this point, in fighting, even in Tai Chi, you never put one hand behind you. That doesn't happen, right? So you know that this is actually going to come to the front. It doesn't matter which direction. When I get to this is when the kick comes in. You pull the person here and kick into him at the same time, all right? Okay? The same thing with this one, you know, you just change to this side. Turn around, kick the heel, brush knee, the grab and punch. Okay, all I'm doing is punch. You're just grabbing the person and punching. Oh, sorry. You just grab hold of them and punch, right? Just open them up and punch, or else grab here, open and punch still. The moment you hold my arm, he grabs my hand, okay, the moment he pulls that direction, I'm off balance, just my hand's out of where it was, just a little bit. But everybody, if you pull their hand, they're going to pull right back, okay? So that means that the moment, if I pull his hand over here, immediately he's going to try to do something and get back. So that means the very moment that hand goes here is when that hand hits, you see? So he has no chance to pull back or anything. It just comes right in there.
He's opening it up for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
You're like, hit me, ah!
Okay? But you're not letting them do their second move. You know the move's coming, okay?
Right.
If you pull my arm,
You're extinguishing.
I'm going to try to pull back. So you got to do right there is when that punch would come through. Whatever punch it is, before I can pull back, okay?
Right.
It has to be right on the move. Okay? This is blocking. This, right when that hits, see? So it's not like this.
Right. It's more.
It's like this, okay? This move and this is just pull. It's all going at the same time. I'm just giving you advice of where and when to punch, right? You don't wait, right? Now, okay, now goes into the heel kicks and to these. Everybody says these are like this. They say it's a back knuckle up here and a punch here. Okay, you go. Okay, now I stand in my form. I stand like this, but that's because if you crimp, if you crimp your joints, the chi will stop flowing. Okay, it stops flowing at past a 45. When you come past a 45, the chi flows less down to the extremities. So when I'm doing the form, I'm mainly doing the form to build up my more and more chi. Therefore, when you're coming here, I'm not going to do what I'm going to say, which is this, okay? I'm just standing like this, but in my mind, I'm thinking that I'm coming under the person and blasting their forearm, their chest with my cement forearm, okay?
Nice.
So here, everybody says this movement is let me see, how would you go from this side? Okay, everybody says this movement is like this. Don't hold your hand up, okay? But what it is, here, stand over here, is it's after I go here, now hold up a hand, it's here, okay?
So blocking it.
Well, it's a very strange thing, okay? In fighting, a lot of times people think that they're going to disengage and stand there and fight, okay? At first, the fight starts off and you're disengaged and people might be throwing punches. But if you know how to stick to them, the moment you stick to them, everything changes, okay? So from here, whatever you do, even if I just went like this, but whatever you do, I stay stuck, okay? So at this point, I'm not going to let go of him, put my arm under here, raise this up, and hit. It's not going to happen. I'm going to go from here, find a way I can get to this, okay, and get in there all at the same time, right? You see what I'm saying? I'm going to just stick to you till you open a place for me to go in. Now, if you don't, if I'm here and you don't open a place, I'll just go to this one instead, you know, and go send it off in another direction, you know.
Right.
And so I'm not saying you say to yourself, I want to do this movement, I want to do that.
What's the second?
I'm just saying,
Secondary.
I'm just saying that in the form, this movement is not hitting your hand, knuckle to here and knuckle to here. It's hitting, bringing your forearm up and hitting your forearm into here, okay? Okay, and the same one with the other one, okay? Here. Same thing, okay? I'm not bringing my arms like this. This takes strength in the form. It ruins the chi flow. Here, okay? I know this is what's hitting. My chi is here, my brain is thinking here. That's enough, okay? I don't have to bring this forward and cause a stretch in here. It causes a
break?
mutation of the chi flow, right? Okay, then I'm just going back here, same old thing. From here it's just grabbing, manipulating whatever direction it goes in, kicking, hitting. This one is 2 hands to the head. I agree that people do this. It's fine for them if they want to. I don't do it, okay? That's all I'm saying. I go for getting the person's arm up and just bringing this in, all right? And it's all in the same thing. From here I can just continue pushing or whatever, okay? All right, from here, I already showed you what these are. That's just breaking their grip too. If somebody has a hold of you, just turn your hand over, push their hand off of your hand, and punch them, okay? Now, the diagonal single whip, here, okay? These again are similar to the other move after playing the guitar. Okay. This hand goes, punch. This hand goes to here. This hand goes here. Okay. On this punch, because this punch was this hand, and because I was doing this one, I went to here. Okay. But it's the same thing. Okay. All you do is get to there and expand your body, and you change places where the other person's backbone is. Punch the other punch. In this one, I would have stepped this way. Done the same thing, all right? If I go over the top of it, if this movement, if I went over the top of his punch, here, then at this time I grab his neck too, and pull him back down over the knee, all right? Okay. There's 3 of those, right? 3 separating the wild mare's hair, or whatever they call that stuff. I don't even bother with those names. It's all such a bunch of junk. Okay, here. Okay, Fair Maiden works the shutters. Did you do that? Is it on standby or what?
5 minutes just came up on the battery.
On the battery? Well, all right. Okay, this is Fair Maiden works the shuttles. Here, here, right? Hold up let's say a right hand punch for a second. Let's say I'm here. I go here, here, unwrap this so that he's going, and then just give him the final shove with this hand. Now I did it, everything was disassociated. I grabbed the hand, put this hand in, and then I did this, okay? But in reality, it all stays very associated like a dragon, right? Put your right hand up. It's here, there, okay? And just send them, right? Okay, so you do it so that the person can't feel it, right? Now let's say after I did that move, now we have a different move, that's this move in the back of Fair Maiden. Okay, so after I did this move, then I'm going to just go here, I'm going to grab his hand and pull this way. That's all that move is, all right? It's just pulling, all right? If you put a punch, hold up a hand, I go here. Now I'm going to move my right foot around this foot. Okay? At this point, this guy will naturally swing for me. All right? So that's what you do after Bear Maiden works the shuttle. From here, this movement is that movement. All right? Then stand here. I go here, I pull him around here. As you swing him this way, you just let him go. Send him off out that direction. This time, though, you stand here. Let's stand right there. Pull up a left hand, I guess, for this one. I go here. This hand comes up. This hand comes up underneath it again. This hand just collapses over to his chest. And again, he goes. Here, stand like right on this time. Let's see if we can get this a little clearer for them. Put up your left hand punch again. No, like at the head, kind of. I'm just coming here. So I just got to, I don't have to push this out of the way. I can move underneath it. Put this here by leaving this out of the way. Okay? Put it. Let me see your hand a second. It's just here, here. Okay? Kind of weird, isn't it? So there I did it. There's not even any, I didn't even use my hands per se on that one, right? It's just here, let's see, here, just by me putting the middle of my body where the middle of his body is. Okay? Here. All right? On top of that, you can add the push from the other hand. Right? There's chairs over there and cushions. He's okay. He's a young guy.
So you're
skateboarder.
You're hitting with more force than just a fist. You're hitting with multiple forces.
Always with everything, and yet always with absolutely nothing. I hit with nothing. Okay, I'm telling you right now. If you're doing Tai Chi and you're thinking you're going here and there's strength, I don't do that. I go for an eggshell effect. I'm an eggshell. I'm the hollow balloon. I go for the hollowest balloon effect I can. I go to be as skinny as I possibly can and just think my chi wherever my skin is cutting the air. If this skin's going here, I think my chi is, I want to feel the air going around my skin. If I'm going this way, I feel the air coming around here. I feel the air going around my back, and that's how I make it so that my chi goes right to those spots. We'll get back to you on this. We're running out of tape.